Yeah. So Ayo Kuyunu, I'm the founder and CEO of AOK Brand Consulting. So I'm a brand and marketing consultant. Do go to market for large brands at CPG, tech, Fortune 500. I've done automotive, so many different things. But this latest venture with Verve Golf has been literally trying to, like I said, build a golf app and bringing things to market and using pretty much AI to build this golf app that I'm going to show you. So that's me. So hi everyone, thanks again. I'm Ayo Kuyino and I'm the co-founder of Verve Golf. So every year, millions of new golfers pick up a club and then they're now stuck with the choice of having to choose from a plethora of apps just to keep score and keep track of things. What we found was that all people are looking for is just community, a competition, and a place to keep track of your score and have something to play for. So with Verve Golf, what we're going to do is bring something new to an old sport. We're going to turn tournaments into an agent for driving revenue and building the game of golf. What we're going to be doing is using a brand first strategy to do this. So we're not going to try and get golfers one by one. We're going to be trying to do distribution deals with golf simulators and brands where one deal will actually give us access to thousands of players. Our monetization strategy is just as explosive. The real money will actually be coming from betting and brand sponsorship. So with the Verve Golf, think of DraftKings meeting Top Golf. So here we're not just a golf app, we're going to be a betting and tournament network. So let me show you how this comes to life. So with the demo, what you see here is we'll start with our profile. So just like any other apps, things that you're used to using, you start with your profile. With golf, we're using your score. And with the betting element, you're now able to see how well you've done, and you now have your wallet here, and you're able to overall see
Hey,
what. Yeah.
yeah, we are not. I guess we are just seeing a frozen window. I don't know if we're showing anything else.
I was showing that you should be able to see our. Oh, you can't see that one.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what I can do
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Because I thought I had a second screen to show him, but I think I'm showing something completely different now.
Yeah, I'm just seeing like a frozen Verve Golf window.
All right, hold on for a second.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay, hold on for a second. Let me see. Let me show something different. I thought I had a second screen. Hold on. Let me see.
Okay,
Okay.
technical problems can happen. Yeah.
No, we're fine. So can you see the prototype now?
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So going back, we're doing brand first strategy where distribution is going to come through the simulators, and then when you actually get into the app, here's the prototype. Like I said, you're starting with your profile. Most people are used to having a profile, but this is the beginning of the journey. People come in here, through here, you're able to see your wallet, set up matches, and again, we're going to be building a community. Like before, but like you said, we found people just want to have a community play and be able to keep track of their scores. So building off of that community place, you're now able to come and look at brand sponsored tournaments. So you have your profile, you're now able to come and see tournaments that you want to play with. And as a brand, you're now able to find sponsorships and sponsor on this page. So like I said, you have your profile, you're looking for somewhere to play. Well, next, you look for someone to play with. At this point, I mean, yes, you have different options, but what we're able to do is match people based on ability, handicap, game, where they want to play, so on and so forth. So like I said, you're looking for tournaments, looking for somebody to play with, you have a great experience, you're able to gamble and do such things there. Then after the match, you play, you're able to communicate with each other, place challenges with each other, and then where the real money is made from the brand sponsorship page, you have TaylorMade Golf, as you saw, we're a sponsor, but now you're able to see your marketing spend on the back end. And with all of this, you're now able to see the ROI there from a sponsorship standpoint. So that's essentially it. So again, you're starting from your profile, able to keep score, but then where you're actually really monetizing is from the actual gambling part of it. You see your chips, you see your matches, talk to people after you play, and from the brand standpoint, you see how all the money works. So that's it.
let me get a answer. I'm sorry. So yeah, that was a great presentation. Thank you, Ayu. I'm going to get the judges up here so they can ask questions. Please, this is going to be here. Yeah. So you can shoot ahead. Anyone that comes first, please. Make your microphone open. All of you guys are with microphone closed. And if you want to see also a window or something that Ayo has already presented, you can ask me and get his presentation up again. Okay?
I totally forgot I left out the ask here, but yes, this was the ask.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
we can do.
Yeah, this was our ask. We're raising 1.5 to 3.5 to build this strategy of building out the back end and using AI to do all the player matching, do all the gambling and all the betting there, and then from there, that's where we're going to grow.
Okay.
I had just a clarification, Ayo. Like, it's a very, very cool presentation. I just wanted to understand, like, when you said like a gambling aspect, right? Is it like you challenge one another and you bet like a certain number of chips on that, or is it like on the sponsorship? Like, where exactly is the wallet being integrated and what all is it being used for? If you can,
so
help me
think
understand.
about it. So from the beginning, you have your profile and you have a wallet. So everyone starts with chips. So instead of actual dollars, you're using the dollars to buy chips. There'll be Verve chips. And with that, you have them in a wallet. And okay, I want to go to a tournament, go to a simulator and play against somebody. And to enter the tournament, this is a tailor-made tournament at a simulator. To join, you have to use 100 chips out of your wallet to join, right? So depending on the tournament or level, it might be more chips or less chips. Okay. And if you want to play against someone with the right skill level, you can now go to someone to play with. Here, this person, you'll be able to see my skill level there. And then, like I said, in order to enter the tournament, they use the chips. So the gambling element people will be used to. And then also a lot of the games that they play, they're able to now use chips to do all of those bets, as opposed to regular golf now is having to write things down. I don't know how well you guys play golf. So now everything's in the app and now you're able to gamble there. So, and also looking at younger generations, people like to gamble and use that sort of part. So there's, like I said, the matching of the players, and then in the back end, keeping track of all the bets. And if you're a brand, you're able to see all that information.
Very cool. Thank you.
I want to go next, if you're okay. So yeah, very good presentation. I really liked it. And my question is more towards how do you map those players in terms of like what I want to understand the AI behind how do you match those players?
So basically, everyone, obviously you have your handicap, but through the PGA, you have that API where all that information goes in there. If you're able to pull that into Verve, now you're able to verify through that verification system what somebody's handicap is. Through other metrics and through your profile, you're able to build, okay, someone's verified at their handicap, but now through their profile, they like to play fast, they like to play slow, so through that, you're now able to say, okay, credibility from the score and type of player and style, so on and so forth, and you're able to match. Or for example, using like the community element and kind of the online dating and swiping, like it could be a thing there, okay, you're willing to match there and so on and so forth. So there's multiple elements of matching in that response.
Okay. Is there any analytics that you use there?
For
the player metrics and
like the key metrics, or like in terms of
more of like a player metrics, like like for example, if that player you specifically want and you wanted to choose that, if the player has a more like like a credibility or like scores and etc., you want to choose a specific player, right? So what kind of like analytics that you use behind the scenes? So if I wanted to choose, like say for example, you are one of the player, I want to choose you, and specifically, so how do you do those analytics behind?
Well, because you're able to pull in from the PGA handicap score generator, that's a verifiable metric. So you can't fudge it and say like, okay, I'm scratch and this their handicap is 30. you start there. And again, even from a verification standpoint, if someone doesn't have that level of verification, then you can't match them. So you start with actually player to player, or are they actually who they are, and then you're going into the actual, demographics of, like I said, like things that are self-reported.
Okay.
And then our Verve score will be more of, they're your actual player metrics, your like what you say, then your actual handicap that's verified, and then your gambling activity. So there's a space there now where someone might be a great golfer and they're risk averseness. So that's where you're not bringing in multiple metrics. So you could potentially be riskier, win more, but not be as good of a golfer. So that's where you're bringing all the different factors. But it all will start from your actual handicap that is verified.
So this is all created like in a dashboard that you can see player A has one. Okay.
So again, just by what we were able to do, just being able to build so again, I'm always big on the profile. These are just small metrics, but again, when you're building into this, you're able to see all the different matches. So you're able to see all the different things. So then there's the different places where the more metrics you put into the profile, the more places you're able to, match. So even there's a space where I could even see that someone who's similar in skilled level to you that you have no idea is there, you now can figure out, this person I didn't even know is as good as me. And now not only have you created community, you've created a gambling opportunity. We take a rake of all of that, and everybody's happy. You can give away chips. You can do all, sponsored chips, gold chips. As you can see, I'm more. My co-founder is more of the technical person. I'm more of the branding person, and I know how to put both of those together. So.
Yeah, I was looking for more like in terms of like the technology behind the metrics behind the dashboard that you create for each of those players, things like that. Those are the things that I was looking more. Thank you.
Well, I'm not as well versed in that. Like I said, if you wanted to follow up there, I definitely, like I said, I'm more on the outward part. He's the back end things.
All right, I'll go next. Thanks for sharing the presentation. It was really crisp. I would definitely want to understand one thing from you, like what was the trigger point for you to create this? Like what was the problem which you were trying to solve? What is not there in the market, which pushed you to create this particular framework or this particular platform where you want to unite different golfers at one place and just have fun, right? Probably that is the outcome you want to make.
So there were two spots. So for existing golfers, being able to keep score, right? So keeping score for all of your gambling things are still done on a piece of paper, right? So then in terms of, how do we solve that problem? And then for new golfers, how do we get them on the platform to actually be able to easily keep score and do all of those things? There's so many different apps to come and do that. Well, one way to go from keeping score to creating engagement was now adding the gambling element. And then as you're seeing the increase of gambling, you're saying, I'm solving the element of problem of keeping score, and then now you're gambling. So now you're keeping score and creating engagement through the gambling on the platform. So there are actually two things there. So even if you're not necessarily as huge on the gambling side, there's the actual being able to come in and play golf and join tournaments and have all that sort of engagement.
Yeah, I really like that idea. Like you are merging two things together, where generally people don't do that, especially golfers. They don't do it. They mostly do it for fun purposes. My second question was around your entire crux of this platform is the sponsorship is there, right? So who is bringing the sponsorship, like the responsibility? I mean, from the responsibility standpoint, who is bringing the sponsorship to this platform? Is it on the golfers or is it some other third party who is actually bringing those sponsorship?
Well, that would be on the business development side. You have the sponsorships, but there is also monthly. There is a fee revenue there is a fee revenue structure there. So to be on Verve, there is your base. I know we weren't in our presentation. We have our different levels, monthly fees, and then you also have following the very similar gambling platform. Say you want to double up on chips, or say there's somebody who's playing and has a slot, you can buy more chips to get them ahead of that person. So using very much of that within that ecosystem, and now knowing people already have that user behavior. So I don't think it's, and also too, just knowing the user behavior of golfers. Once you get in that ecosystem, you start creating a flywheel, sponsored tournaments, maybe, certain, yeah, you get it, through seasons, through food, through everything. It gets very, very simple.
And from the scalability, yeah, go ahead. Sorry, you were saying something.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, from the scalability standpoint, I think this is very location specific, right? Because not all places will have a golf club.
Simulators.
So you're just simulating it. You're not.
No. You can. That's the whole point. Top Golf, right? That is a Top Golf requires space. If you have a garage bay, you can do a simulator and literally, or a storefront, set up a tournament in a storefront, put up the simulator, and people come to the simulator, or virtually across all those different places. So you can do that tournament at a simulator. Remember, I said it's the distribution model that drives it. So I can go from one game to all the simulators, and simultaneously that TaylorMade can do sponsor golf simulators all over the country, all over the world, and do a tournament at the same time. Or drive people from a simulator to the golf course, or golf course to the simulator.
Perfect. Sounds good. And my last question, sorry, I'm asking a lot, but from a leaderboard perspective, like how are you going to design that? Like, suppose there must be different levels in the golfers, like a basic, maybe intermediate, advanced, and expert levels, right? You must be categorizing them and making sure that the relevant, like an expert cannot challenge a beginner or
that's where you have the handicap. There's an API that from PGA Golf. Remember, everyone similar for such an old school sport. Everything is very handwritten. It took so long to actually have that app that verifies it. So we just take that API there. You can't fudge it. The only other things that are skill level are, or where it gets good is someone could be like, I'm a good putter. My short game is this. I hit long. So then, that's less simulator wise. But again, now for people who actually play golf, speed of play, again, I'm not a big time golfer at all, but the people. So you're talking about how we make things up. We have someone who is in the golf sport, right? So like someone in the golf brand space. My co-founder is more in the tech space. We have a partner who is on the gambling space, right? And then one of our other people was a semi-pro golfer. So as you can see, me being the brand, I might not be that, but we have a key stakeholder from each one of those places at top companies. So that's why we're in a space where like, so again, that's what we're trying to do. We're here now because we were able to put that prototype together pretty quick, and you saw how we were able to do this. And
that intelligence is very important, just to make sure that no one is fudging the system and making things wrong. And thanks, Ayo, for clarifying all my questions. So over to the other judges to ask questions.
Hey, I can go next. Ayo, great presentation and demo. I see a lot of potential. So I just want to ask one question, like where, apart from building the player profile, where are the different areas where you think AI can bring in a lot of value? Like, for example, going through your app, I was thinking, is there a possibility wherein AI can predict that, hey, if you're challenging this player, these are your chances of winning, and this many chips you need to put down, for example, right? So are you thinking in those terms, like where AI can help you grow?
So where we were, we didn't go through the full presentation, but this was just getting the distribution out. But we saw the matching part. If you're a trainer, right? If you're a golf pro, you now can come in the system and say you are a golf pro who is really good at putting, right? And I am there and I put in my profile, I'm looking for putter, looking for someone to help with putting. Now AI can now match, through this TaylorMade tournament, this person is here and now they match. And from the gamifying standpoint, if you have a great trainer who's coming in for a while who just does putting and now you want to get ahead of somebody, now there's more money there, there's sponsorship part there, and now everybody's involved.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. That's all I have.
And again, like
Hi.
even if you put in when you start even getting to the product. So my background's also from like a merchandising. I worked at Abercrombie and Fitch Corporate. I was a merchant, so I understand that. But even to like the club level, right? Like say you get intelligence of this certain driver and people are using it and so on and so forth, and you start getting really interesting with it. Like like I said, marketing branding, you start putting things together. So yeah, now you get it. Health things, right? Like you're playing golf, you're looking at health metrics, so on and so forth. There you go.
Are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
We don't
sounds good,
see
yeah.
you, but we hear you. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I think there was some issue with my audio or something. So, Ayo, first of all, great presentation. I have two quick questions. First one is, has there been any validation done with customers? What was the first reaction from them? Any feedback? That's number one. And number two is how this differentiates from the competitors, right? I see there are a few competitors in the space already. Would love to get your a response there.
So the first question was like response. Everybody loves it, right? Like people are just the keeping score element of that part, but then the gambling, right? So my co-founder is driven by unmet needs. And the one thing was, how do we easily keep track of score? Then from there, okay, well, why are they keeping track of score? People like to gamble. All right, how do we turn the gambling, keeping score? Everybody loves it. People said if you can just make it seem easy. Like I said, you have so many different apps. Some apps people love seeing their flight and speed and all that kind of stuff. We're not there for that, right? So that's where in the crowded, if you go through our presentation, you'll see like where we definitely find that we find our lane, and with everybody being able to pull in partnerships. Okay, well, you want this part, you go into that, but that's the validity there. So that's that first part. The second part, so refresh that. What was the second part again?
Yeah, second part was how does this differentiate from your competitors? Do you see any competitors in this space, and how, and like what is your unique value prop?
So the unique value prop is the ability to come together. And play golf. I feel like it's the ability to find players. Wow. See, now I never even thought about it in that one line like that.
No, all good. So I just wanted to understand that. Do you see any competitors today in the space? And
no, because right now there's no competitor in the space because no one's trying to do the gambling part of it, and no one's able to actually be able to do the matching of players and the gambling at the same time. Like you can find someone to play with and keep score, and not like easily keep score there, but being able to gamble and keep score at the same time. There's no one able to do that. And we're able to literally from previous companies, like we did a pickleball company, and you're able to match players playing pickleball. If you're able to get the gambling together, there's even a mathematical element there where you're really able to, so that's where that part came out of. Because again, you're now having people who are golfers really driving the technology of golf, but we're just trying to say the gamification. We're looking at community, what drives community, getting everybody together in that space.
Got it. Awesome. Thanks, Ayo.
Ayo, thank you so much for your presentation. Do you have any technical background? I don't know if any judges asked you before.
Do I have a technical background? I mean, I am not like like I said, I brand and marketing consultant. I know what it takes to bring things to things, but my co-founder is more of the technical person, and what I know is just from what I picked up, and that's why we've split in that space. And I'm learning it as it is. Yeah. So.
But it's very cool to see a non-technical person having a dashboard and can present the ideas and can present the product. The vibe code that we have today is very good for this kind of situations. People with ideas, with objects that they want to sell. I as a gamer, I like to compete. I like to win. So I can see a very huge amount of potential on the product. So I hope everything goes well on your side. I'd like to thank you, and I'd like to give like a minute to say your goodbyes, and you're into the Vartisan. I guess we need to talk throughout the email. We can exchange some emails for see the technical stuff about the artisan creation. But besides that, thank you so much, and I'll have you on your last words.
So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. Like I said, just being able to go from idea to putting the presentation together to now having this prototype is amazing. Before, this would have taken so long, and I'm learning every day. And just when you think you've learned something, you need to learn something else, but that's a good thing. So thank you very much for letting me be here, and I appreciate it.
Great work, Ayo.
Thank you.
Yeah, yo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.